This is the Lifesaver Ultra Kit. What this kit is one of the top of the range kits we do. There's different products in the Lifesaver range. A Lifesaver Standard, which is just bleed kits. We've also got the Lifesaver Ultra with a first aid kit and a bleed kit. And this one's got the first aid kit, the bleed kit, and also it has a multi-use fire extinguisher in it. So we can deal with all sorts of emergencies with this one product. So what we'll have a look at now is the kit itself. So the actual casing is available in different colours. We've got this in green, red and black, so you just choose which colour you want. The label on the front is a standard label, but different kits have different labels on. And we can also do these labels to your design as well. So if you particularly want a logo on it, or you want any other information or QR codes to go to your website or instructions, we can do all that as well. There's a small minimum number, but it literally is a small minimum number. So if you're interested in that, get in touch with us. So the bag itself has got a handle at the top, so you can put it inside a kit, or if you're carrying these on a boat or in a vehicle, something like that, they're very, very easy to store. Clear front, and there's also a belt clip on the back, which is quite a lot of weight to be carrying around with you, but if you want to have that, you can. But also that can be used to fix down, because it will just very easily come away with the press studs at the bottom. So we just open it up and have a quick look at the products inside. So the first thing we look at is the fire extinguisher. So this is a multi-use fire extinguisher. It might be small, but it's got a very good discharge time to it, and it does a range of different fire types, including lithium batteries. So it's a very good one to have in vehicles or anywhere that you want a general fire extinguisher available to you. The other bits and pieces in here, we're looking at some of the trauma bits. So you have a tourniquet. This is a commercial tourniquet. Has a marker pen inside as well, so if you're using this for any catastrophic bleed on a limb, you can mark the time down it's been put on, and also the white strip here, you can write the time down on there. It comes with WoundClot, and we can set this up with different types of WoundClot. Particular ones in here, different sizes. So these are the two of the smaller sizes on the of the WoundClot. So this is very good product for dealing with any cut. So whether it's a small cut, a minor cut, it could be a cut in the mouth, up the nose. You can tear it. So if there's a puncture wound, like a knife wound, or something's gone into the body, and you can tear it if you want to move it. To use one packet over multiple injuries. So the WoundClot's a very good product for that. Also has things like plasters, resuscitation face shields, and also burn cooling. So logical to have a burn dressing when you've got the potential for fireside, but this will also work with things like sunburn, things like that. Obviously with burns, it is more important that we get fresh water onto the burn for up to 20 minutes, or at least 20 minutes really. If we can do that, great, but this will cool. The downside of these is ultimately they will warm back up again with the heat of the body, but it can work as a good cooling agent. We have trauma dressings. Again, we have different types of trauma dressings depending on which configuration of kit you want. This is a medium trauma dressing, so it's very good for putting on a large scale bleed. But if you use a standard dressing, the blood's just going to come through it, so it's a very good one to use. On the standard side, we've got different dressings in here, again depending on the configuration you have with the kits, both large and medium standard dressings. These are the same as in any conventional first aid kit. What you can do with these is use one of these dressings and a piece of the WoundClot, and then the WoundClot will actually stop the bleed and promote healing, whereas and this will go on top just to hold it in place and also add as an extra level. So you can mix and match these products. You can do the same with WoundClot and the trauma dressing, but with these it might mean you want to put those on just to stop the bleed a bit more. This kit's also got a chest seal. This is the Fox chest seal, but we've got the Norse Rescue one as well. That's another option you can have. Depends on how you want to configure the kit, but chest seals are very good to stop any problems with a penetrating chest wound. Gloves, individually wrapped gloves in here, again different ones, different sizes. Typically we'd always put a large glove in, because a large glove will fit on virtually everybody's hands, whereas if we put a medium or a small in, then for example, if I try to put one on, I just wouldn't be able to get it on. But someone with small hands can always wear a bigger glove. We have instructions in here, so we have first aid guidance and also catastrophic bleed guidance, so that it tells you what to do, how to use all the products. And things have got instructions with them, but this gives you a good guide in what you need. And these leaflets just literally open up, and you've got different flow charts and things on how to use the products that are inside the kits. So it's worth familiarising yourself with that as well when the kit arrives. It also has the Citizen Aid pocket guide. The pocket guide just opens up and information on both sides on how to deal with injuries and also how to deal with the potential dangers. And these will be things from catastrophic bleeding, but also linking along the lines of serious burns from acid attacks, from using a vehicle as a weapon, knife crime, gunshots, bombs, things like that. So it gives another form of information there. We've also got a thermal blanket. Thermal blankets are good to keep people warm, but also if someone's with a life-threatening bleed, then you need to keep them warm to help on the clotting process as well. And then we've got triangular bandages, which are useful if you need to put an arm in a sling, but also this works very well as an improvised tourniquet should you need it. Then we've got some saline pods. These you just tear off, snap the top off. So if you've got anything in the eye or in a wound, you need to clean it. At least you've got some sterile water. And then finally in this kit, we've got a pair of shears for cutting clothing. Now, the items in this kit are the particular configuration we've got here. Have a look on our website for the main contents of the website, of the kits on the website. But again, we can configure these if you need to, but typically one of these kits will include everything you need. Final little thing just to note is on the lid of the kit, we also put the 10-second triage. So if you had to deal with a large-scale emergency with multiple casualties, that's a good way of prioritizing and triaging patients in your care.